My thoughts on the story. I do want to talk about it real quick because kind of like a recap of what I thought. Just finished 2.1. Talk to Fufu. Wait for it. Is that main story stuff? A leisurely lull. I think this is just to get into the rest. Alright, I thought it was honestly pretty good. I really liked it actually. I thought like a lot of the characters being introduced were very, very cool. I think Yuzua is a fantastic character. I think Alice is a cutie pie. Seeing a little bit more of Minato was cool. I also liked like he got to shine as well, and I thought that was nice. Isolde to me is like almost the MVP of this, so that was awesome to see her. I really, really hope she becomes playable in the future because I like her design a lot. And I think it would be such a shame if she just was not like a playable character. Generally speaking, they don't really give NPCs those kind of design unless they're like shop people, right? So like this guy is the shop owner, right? It looks a bit different than the other characters. Same with Sweetie, who has a very nice design. Albeit relatively simple, but again, she's a shop owner. So I feel like since her design is pretty, you know, pretty different than the normal NPC, I'm actually hoping that that means she might be playable in the future. I really, really hope so. I would be so devastated if she isn't because I think she's so pretty. That being said, the story itself, honestly, I think it was pretty good. I think that was a pretty good follow-up to what we had in 2.0. 2.0 was very focused on Suiban Temple, a little bit on Porcolumex, right? And here, this one was like pretty mainly focused on Porcolumex and the background of the time field as well as Yuzuha, which I thought was awesome. I'm so glad I was actually able to guess in advance exactly what was going on. And I thought like the whole connection that the two of them had, it's like they had a connection since they were like super young. And I think that was adorable. It puts into perspective why the EP showed it that way. With like Yuzu as a kid. So because of the EP, I guess exactly what was going on regarding the laboratory and what happened to Yuzu as a kid. And then now she's kind of free from there, and she's besties with, or more, I have no idea, but she's at least a great acquaintance with Alice. And they're in the same group, so that's really, really cute. I like their interaction. I love how they bounce off of each other. So I thought it was 10 out of 10. We also got to see Orphe and Magus, which was great to have a little bit more information regarding the Oboe Squad. Trigger and Soldier 11 showed up as well as Seed. I think that was awesome, honestly. Like, it seemed like a lot of things were coming together just for this, even if it wasn't like a massive like Avengers moment, right? It was still pretty good, and it really feels like everything is interconnected, right? Which was something I was really worried about, because that's something that often happens in like Genshin and HSR, where it's like, oh, you go to a new planet or you go to a new region, and everybody that was here before has no part in the story whatsoever, which kind of sucks. And here, just being in this new area and still having people from, you know, chapter 1 being present in the story and being relatively important, albeit still leaving, you know, the most important role to the new character, which makes sense, I think is great. So, I thought that was cool. Pretty much, yeah. Now, regarding characters, I think the new character design, I think Yuzua is literally my favorite character design so far. I think she looks so cool. Like the kind of casual goth aesthetic with like a super flamboyant red hair. I think it's top notch. The little Tanuki is just so cute too, Mr. Kama here. It's adorable. I'm not a big fan, honestly, of the summer outfit. That's just not my kind. I'm not a big fan of like swimsuits in general and things like that. So that's not really for me, but I understand if people like it. I think we can see it here. Yuzua outfit. This is just not my favorite thing. It's kind of whatever. To me, that breaks immersion a little bit too much. And I feel like her base outfit is just so good by default that I don't see any reason to get this one. Even though, like, yeah, it's really cute. I think it's well made. And having the Tanuki having, like, a life jacket, I think is really funny. Maybe if it had, like, a lot of special effect, but I don't think it does. So I'm just like, visually speaking, I'm just very happy with this. Yeah, she's a 5-cost. She's an S-rank agent. So, yeah, this one I'm not a big fan. I could see maybe when Alice comes out, I could see her new skin maybe being a little bit more interesting, because I think Alice's base outfit is a bit simple. She kind of looks like a student with like maybe a high-tech belt, but that's pretty much it. So I could see people being interested in getting her skin because, you know, I'll think about it at the very least. So yeah, I think character design, fantastic. Very, very happy. I got her. I won my 50-50. I didn't get the weapon. She's relatively free to play. There's a lot of 4-star weapons that are very good for her. I'm personally using Kaboom, which is, you know, everybody probably has at least one copy of it, so it doesn't feel like she needs a weapon. And interestingly enough, if you get a signature weapon, it's actually weaker if you don't play her in Anomaly Team. So playing a weapon like Kaboom the Cannon is actually going to be better if you play her with crit DPS, which is interesting, which means that, like, it's a very good general option, for sure. The Bunny Girl. No, the Bunny Girl is not available yet. She's coming up in 3 weeks. She was just available to play during the main story because she was part of it, which I think is still great. I love that they give you some of the characters that are coming out later to play in the story because it makes sense for them to be here. It's also cool how they make it so, like, you know, like Manato was there as well and helping you out, even if you can't control him directly. It's still pretty cool that he jumps in during the fights and help you out. I think that's pretty nice. That's a nice way to do it. It really brings even more immersion to the story, which I really appreciated. So honestly, I thought this was very, very good. I think the story was great. It was very nice to see that Damian is still not an absolute traitor, so I appreciate that because I think so far is the one character from Tops that's like not a bastard. The story was great. The story was great. Like I was getting emotional with Yuzura and Alice, and I'm glad that everything was resolved. And of course, we got, you know, more mysteries. All of the Obscura are everywhere in the place, so it feels like in next patch or the patch after, it's definitely gonna be like a full war or something, because the Obscura, I'm not sure exactly how they function, but I think you could code them into something. So I don't know, I feel like maybe the Exaltis are gonna try to use the Obscura to maybe create a bunch of sacrifice. They said that with 300, so if suddenly there's 300 sacrifice just attacking the city, that would be insane. And so I could see this being a thing, and then Obol Squad is here. The army would be here with Yonkoi Summit fighting together against the sacrifices. Could be definitely a thing. That would be very, very high stakes. So yeah, I'm very happy because in 2.0, right, we had something that was honestly very high pressure, high stakes, you know, the city being in massive danger. And here, while it was on a smaller scale, it was still very high stakes, especially if you like the character like Yuzua, if you like Manato, if you like Alice. It felt like you could have easily been very personally engaged into the story because it really felt like they were, you know, in danger and stuff. Also, having a little bit closure with the monster looking like the sister of Yishuan was kind of crazy too. So that was great. We got 2 new monsters. That badass lady with the white hair, as well as the clown, which please kill me. That was great, and I bet the new areas can be explored as well, so we can get more exploration things. So I'm looking forward to do that. Anyway, that's all for the main story. Now I'm very excited for the event, right? Because after doing the story, you get access to the resort, which I'll be going, and this is going to be the summer event, right? So we can expect more story time, a lot of mini games. There seems to be like a spooky aspect to it, which I think is going to be great. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I would honestly say, I think this was great. I would give it like a 9 out of 10, honestly, like straight up. I think it was great. Loved it. Very happy with this patch so far. And yeah, I'll play the event another day, because today is quite busy. I've been streaming for already 5 hours, and I've got another stream later planned for Uma Musume, because Kitsune Black is coming out and losing my mind. So yeah, great stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy the story? Did you enjoy the patch so far? Drop a comment down below, like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye!